Going back to the Cleveland story, Bob and I said, well, listen, we see this. We see this incredible demographic, this human capital. We see them at the Cleveland Clinic in the research departments. 25, 30% of the docs are foreign-born. 60, 70% of the medical researchers are foreign-born. But we're not hearing the language coming from our leadership, from our corporate community, from our foundation community, from our elected officials, saying that this is a resource. As a matter of fact, we saw the opposite. We saw negative imaging. We saw hostile pushback to the immigrant dividend. I'll give you an example. The state of Ohio has a program called the Third Frontier. It's a $1 billion program to help fund the new economy companies, to venture capital fund. And it had an internship program for graduating students from Ohio colleges. And it said, listen, if you can go, if you're a STEM graduate, right, science, technology, engineering, and you go and work for an Ohio employer, we'll reimburse the Ohio employer up to $3,000 a year for your internship. And it even had an Asian face there on the website, an Asian kid there, you know. This is the new economy, right? You scroll down to the bottom of the website and it says, but do not apply if you're not a U.S. citizen. Now, a couple of problems, right, as the lawyers know. It's one, unconstitutional in this sense to discriminate, make a distinction between permanent residents and U.S. citizens. There'd be no constitutional justification to do that. But from an economic development standpoint, this is like suicide. If immigrants are driving the new economy, and I'll talk about that briefly, why would we put a big neon sign saying, no, thank you, we don't want the immigrant talent dividend in America? So Bob and I we lobbied this state, and eventually the state, under threat of litigation, reversed their policy.